5 signs your intuition is screaming at you, but you're not listening. Have you ever had a strong gut feeling about something, but ignored it, only to realize later that you should have trusted yourself? Maybe you felt uneasy about a decision, a relationship, or an opportunity, but you brushed it off, only to regret it later. That's your intuition trying to guide you. Your intuition is like an inner compass, always working to steer you in the right direction. But here's the problem. We don't always listen. We get caught up in logic, fear, or the opinions of others, and we silence that inner voice. But intuition doesn't just disappear. When you ignore it, it finds ways to get your attention, sometimes in ways that are hard to ignore. So if you've been feeling stuck, confused, or like something in your life isn't quite right, it might be because your intuition is trying to tell you something. Here are 5 major signs that your intuition is screaming at you, but you're not listening. 1. You keep getting the same feeling or thought over and over. One of the biggest ways your intuition tries to reach you is through repetition. Have you ever had a nagging feeling that just won't go away? Maybe you keep thinking about making a career change, distancing yourself from someone, or taking a leap of faith. You try to push the thought aside, but no matter what you do, it keeps coming back. That's not a coincidence. When your intuition has something important to tell you, it won't just whisper it once and then leave you alone. It will keep resurfacing until you pay attention. If the same thoughts or feelings keep coming up, especially when you're quiet or alone, take them seriously. Your intuition is trying to lead you somewhere, and ignoring it will only cause frustration and confusion down the line. 2. You feel an unexplainable sense of dread or unease. Your intuition doesn't just communicate through thoughts, it also speaks through your emotions and body. Have you ever been in a situation where everything looked fine on the surface, but deep down, something felt off? Maybe it was a job offer that seemed great on paper, but made your stomach churn. Maybe it was a relationship that had no obvious red flags, but something inside told you to walk away. That's your intuition warning you. It's your inner wisdom picking up on subtle energies, patterns, or truths that your logical mind hasn't processed yet. When you feel uneasy for no clear reason, don't dismiss it. Instead of rationalizing why everything should be fine, take a step back and ask yourself, what is my intuition trying to tell me? 3. Everything seems to be going wrong when you ignore it. One of the clearest signs that you're not listening to your intuition is when things start going wrong repeatedly. Maybe you ignored the feeling that a relationship wasn't right, and now you're constantly feeling drained. Maybe you pushed away the thought of switching careers, and now every day at work feels unbearable. Maybe you stayed in a situation you knew wasn't serving you, and now one thing after another keeps falling apart. When you ignore your intuition for too long, life has a way of forcing you to pay attention. The universe will start creating obstacles, discomfort, and resistance to push you toward the path you're actually meant to be on. If you keep hitting walls or experiencing frustration in a particular area of life, ask yourself, did I ignore a sign that my intuition already gave me? 4. You keep justifying something that doesn't feel right. Have you ever noticed that when something is truly right for you, it just feels right? You don't have to convince yourself. You don't have to make excuses. It just clicks. But when something isn't right, you'll often find yourself making justifications. This job makes me miserable, but at least it pays well. I don't feel happy in this relationship, but maybe I'm just overthinking it. I know the situation feels off, but maybe I'm being too sensitive. If you're constantly talking yourself into something, that's a huge sign that your intuition is screaming at you. Your soul knows what's right and what's wrong for you. If you feel like you have to force something to fit, it's probably not meant for you. 5. You regret not trusting yourself in the past. Think back to times in your life when you didn't trust your gut. Maybe you ignored a red flag in a relationship, stayed in a job you knew wasn't right, or went against your instincts because someone else convinced you to. What happened? Most of the time, when we look back, we realize that our intuition was right all along. If you've had moments where you told yourself, I should have trusted myself, Use that as a lesson. Your intuition has never led you wrong. It's only been ignored. If you keep making choices that go against that inner knowing, you'll likely end up in the same cycle of regret. So why not break the pattern now? Instead of waiting until later to realize you should have trusted yourself, start listening today. It's time to trust yourself. Your intuition is one of the most powerful tools you have. It's not based on fear, overthinking, or external influences. It's based on deep inner wisdom. If you've been experiencing any of these signs, take them seriously. Stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting for proof. Stop silencing your inner voice just to make other people comfortable. Your intuition already knows the way. Your job is to listen. Let me know in the comments. Have you ever ignored your intuition and later regretted it? Or have you ever trusted it and seen how powerful it can be? I'd love to hear your experiences. And if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights like this. Trust yourself. Your future self will thank you.